Thank you, Matt. Difficult road trip to Texas, one that we swept the last 2 years. I had a lot of success at Arlington and at Texas State, and unfortunately this time it didn't happen. We played very well in the first half against Arlington, had a lead. We're 7 of 16 from three in the first half. It got us a comfortable lead, and then knew that we would have a great finish. We always do there. There have been some instant classics, and this turned into one of them. Late in the game, we were up, had an opportunity to win the game if we make free throws. I think we were up 6 or 8 with about 3 minutes to go. We missed some free throws, have a timely turnover, miss a couple of shots. Call goes the other way against us, and they eventually tie the game. And we get the last shot of the game and miss. Casey Shepard gets baseline out of bounds play and drives it to the basket and misses. We go overtime. We get off to a great start in overtime and hold them without a field goal for a couple of minutes, similar to the Monroe game. And then they eventually tie us, and Bryce Washington makes a field goal with about 25 seconds to go, 30 seconds to go. They come down and immediately get in their offense. We're up 2, and Jalen Jones hits a great step-back three-point shot. It was well defended. Three-pointer makes it and gives them their first lead since the 16-minute mark of the first half with 10 seconds to go. And we throw it in, we go down. Casey's got the ball, we're trying to get to the basket. He's stopped and throws it to Sean from the wing, and he shoots a three-point shot, hesitates, and then shoots a three instead of driving it, and doesn't go in. Shot goes in, we win the game. Lose by 1 in overtime, disappointing. Get up the next morning and start focus on Texas State, put that game behind us. Know we'll get a great game from Texas State, which we did. We were flat in the first half, had a great warm-up, and then went out, didn't play well in the first half and fell behind. I think we were up 14-2, and they go on a 15-0 run to basically get out in front. And we played a little bit better defense late in the half, and then second half we played good enough defense to win the game, and our offense was better as well. But Sean had one of his worst, if not his worst game of the year. Doesn't shoot the ball well, doesn't rebound the ball well, didn't run the floor very well, and because of that hurt our team from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint. But he and Casey Shepard go a combined 3 of 18 from the field. And if you look at the first time we played those guys, they were 9 of 15 combined. Our seniors went 4 for 26. We shot 29%. It was our lowest shooting outing of the year. I think it tied our lowest point outing of the year. And to be in the game, we got it to 3 times. The last time with a minute 20-something to go, and they called a foul, and Devontae Walker fouled Gant, and he goes to the free throw line and makes one to get the lead back to 3, and then they call us for a travel on the other end. So to even stay in the game and be in the game was impressive. Our guys played very hard the second half. We out-rebounded them in the second half by 11, and that gave us a chance to win the game. And after that, headed home and got in early Sunday morning and off yesterday. We'll get back to preparation today for Troy and South. Another tough road swing we need to do just like we did with our initial road trip to Little Rock. We came back the next week and went and swept Georgia, and we certainly need to do that now to stay in the race for a bye in the tournament. We had a golden opportunity on Thursday night to help ourselves and then to maintain on Saturday night. We didn't do that. We went 5 weeks without losing a basketball game, and then we lose 3 in a week, and things changed rather quickly from a standing situation. But our goals are still the same, and we look forward to playing better and making some shots and having success at Troy on Thursday.
If the tournament started tomorrow, where would you guys be seated?
We would be seated 3rd. There are a couple things that need to take place, in our favor, which nothing's really gone in our favor. I guess if you go 5 weeks without losing a game, it's hard to say. Monroe had not won a road game in conference, and only won overall at Northwestern State back in early November. And they win by 1 point at Appalachian State and survived that, and then they were fortunate to win at Arlington the other night. And we needed Arlington to win that game. We needed Monroe to lose a couple because we're going to wind up losing a tiebreaker with Monroe. So they're going to be hard to catch for second.
Casey said a couple weeks ago that during that winning streak, when you guys maybe had off shooting points, you were able to figure out how to score in different ways. Was that just kind of like not the case this past weekend? You guys put up a solid number of points in the UT-A, but what made it more difficult to create?
Well, what Casey's talking about, I think Luke is getting the free throw line and scoring. And we missed 13 against Texas State on Saturday. I'm not exactly sure how many we missed against Arlington, 12. Sean misses 9. Sean's 7 of 16 against Arlington. You know, he could have had an Anthony Davis game. He could have had 35 and 22 very easy. We practiced at San Marcos on Friday. At the end of practice, I put Sean at free throw line. He shoots 16. He makes 14 in a row, misses one, makes the last one, 15 of 16. And he still missed a couple in the game against Texas State. Jonathan Stove had made 10 out of 10 recently in a game, right? With the home game that you guys witnessed. He missed 3, including missed his first 2, and then he airballs 1. Casey Shepard had made 25 in a row. He misses 2. So Sean had made 10 for 10 in a game as well a couple of games ago. But the free throw scoring is something that we need to rely on. We're still last in the league in three-point shooting, and that's our biggest concern. It's a good way to look at it, Gerald. I mean, you've got to be positive. Again, 5 weeks that we don't lose a game, and then we drop a couple within 1 week. And again, college basketball, that's part of what we do today. It's happening across the country, and we just need to refocus. Our goals are there, and we only need to win 3 in a row. So we've still got time to play better. We're going to have a hard time running the table anyway. So. Not sure. You know, the other day we played Hayward. Casey played more than he probably deserved to because he didn't have a good game, but we felt like we needed him out there. Hayward hit a couple of big shots for us in the second half. Tim, he could get more minutes, hopefully. We'll see. We wanted to play Elijah more in that game, and we didn't. He played a little bit in each half, but very sparingly, just a couple of minutes. So we'll just have to wait and see. Well, they're disappointed but not discouraged. You know, the one really hurt against Arlington because we played so well in the first half and shot the ball, and just didn't make the plays we needed to make down the stretch. So, and the game goes into overtime, and they came to overtime. They dropped their head a little bit, but we've been pretty good in overtime since I've been here. So, tried to get them back up, and then we had the game in control again. And if the Jones misses that shot, we win the game, but he doesn't, you know. And I'll tell you, it's such a fine line. Let's go back to the Little Rock game. We've won 9 in a row. If Roger Woods misses that front end of a 1-and-1, I think we win these last 3 games. It's that final line. But we're going to keep our head up and keep moving forward.
What were y'all able to do against Troy effectively earlier this year, and what are you kind of looking at?
We were good defensively in that game. Holloman did not have a good game. They're now bringing him off the bench. He had just come off a really good game up in Monroe, Luke. And we're going to have to contain Person, who had a career high the other night. And he's very capable. He's a guy that can score the basketball. Walton's good. We're going to have to do a good job in the front line.
South Alabama, last year that was a tough place for you guys to play. What made it tough for y'all? Was it just kind of the style they play, or was it being there?
It's been a tough place since we've been here. We've lost. We won our first game there in overtime, our first year, but we've lost a couple times since in games that we feel like we could have won. And you know, they outshot us. Our defense wasn't good. We play similar style, and they were able to make shots, and we didn't. This is a game that there'll be some revenge factor. I'm sure they'll be ready to go since there were a lot of technical fouls in the game here, and some exchanges before and after the game, during. So I'm sure they'll be ready to go, and hopefully we'll have a good officiating crew that can control the game.
Anybody else?
In what ways does losing Jay Hedgeman hurt you, but how also are you going to make sure it doesn't hurt the whole team?
I don't think it'll hurt the whole team. We met Saturday morning about it, and they're familiar with what's going on. I think it may have hurt us a little bit in the first half, just the getting used to the situation. But Jay had not played well. If you look back, he hasn't played well this semester. His last good game was against Troy, ironically. So he wasn't really giving us production on the court, so I think we'll better get by.
Everybody good? All right, thank you.
Thank you.